Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Game Watch Live. Hope you've all had a good day. Hope you're all well. I'm looking forward to the first cup final of the season. The Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Newcastle from Wembley Stadium. Liverpool, obviously, are the Carabao Cup holders and hoping to retain this against a developing Newcastle side, I suppose you would say. They're not the finished article by any stretch of the imagination, but developing and hoping to win their first silverware since I think it's 1955. So it's been a long wait for Newcastle. Liverpool obviously winning things on a regular basis. Liverpool just at this moment, just on a bit of a low, just lost a bit of form, a bit of fizz from the game, having lost to PSG in the Champions League. I mean, they would not have lost to them earlier on in the season when they were really hitting the straps, but that's the way the game goes. And so Newcastle maybe have a better opportunity to win this cup than they may have had playing Liverpool earlier on in the season. So we'll have a look at the two teams with 11 or 12 minutes before the kick-off. Just bring the teams up now. So that's the teams. For Liverpool, it's Kelleher in goal, and then at fullback, it's Quansah, who's coming for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has an ankle injury and is not fit for this game, unfortunately. So Quansah comes in for him. Virgil van Dijk, the captain, at centre-half, alongside Konate, with Robertson on the left-hand side. Gravenberch and McAllister in the midfield holding positions, although McAllister will get forward at times, and so will Gravenberch. So there's plenty of attacking force there. But that's probably the usual midfield that Liverpool have been fielding all season. And to be fair, Gravenberch has had a terrific season so far and has been one of the standout players for Liverpool. You three forward players, Mo Salah, well, we know all about Mo Salah. He's scored another 20-odd goals this season. Szoboszlai is playing in the number 10 position there, has had another good season. He's really been hitting his straps again just lately. He's scoring goals and setting goals up as well. Diaz will play wide out on the left, and Diogo Jota will play as the front man. So that's the Liverpool side. As you can see, for the Newcastle side, they've gone for Pope in goal. And Trippier is going to play at right fullback. He's not had many games this season, so it's a good one for him to come into, a chance of winning some silverware. Shah is going to play at centre-half alongside Byrne, with Livramento playing at left-back. You're holding midfielders, not holding midfielders really, because they're playing a 4-3-3, so they'll have Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes out wide and left, on the right and left. They will get forward whenever they can, certainly Joe Linton will, and so will Tonali. So you expect Newcastle to be going for goals with Jacob Murphy out on the right-hand side, Barnes on the left, Harvey Barnes, and Isak playing through the middle. Again, Isak's had a terrific season so far, and he's going to be vital for Newcastle today. If they are to beat Liverpool, he's got to score the goals, got to rely on him. Joe Linton will add the power. He's not had a bad season so far. He's a bit off and on, but when he's on his game, he's difficult to handle. So that's the two teams. With 9 minutes to go to kick off. Thanks to Hair Sai, who's joined us today for Game Watch Live. There's a comment there, so if anybody else wants to join in the live chat before the game gets started, you're quite welcome to. We'd like to see comments coming in, and we will discuss any things that are pointed out during the game if we've got time, but certainly before and at half time, any discussions, we'll certainly add them to the stream. So if you want to get involved, get yourself across to the live chat. Massive crowd from Newcastle in the ground there, as you would expect. It must be very colourful, all the red and the black on both sides. Wembley packed. We're just going through the pre-show so far. There's flags and all sorts covering the ground, and there's flamethrowers going off, and it's a real spectacular show. Massive Liverpool flag in the crowd. We're not far from the teams coming out. They're just in the tunnel now. Thanks to everybody who's joined us at the beginning of this live stream. As I always say, if you're not a subscriber, please do hit the subscribe button. I hit the like. It just helps this channel grow and helps us to be able to keep producing content like we are now. We really do appreciate everybody who's helping us. Just waiting for the players to come up. They're all lined up in the tunnel, and so are the officials. So just waiting for the OK to come out, I guess. Chance for you to add your comments in the live chat. Give us a score prediction. What do you think the score's going to finish? I've got a feeling for Liverpool 2-0. I've got a feeling for them there. They must start the slight favourites. Or do you think I'm wrong? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you think. If I'm completely wrong, now's your chance to put me right. I would be surprised if they're just coming out of the tunnel now. There'll be a few preliminaries before the game gets started. I would be surprised if either of the teams have made a change. They've got the training tops on, but it looks like Liverpool are going to be in the all red kit and Newcastle are in the black and white. So traditional colours, which is nice to see. Cameras are concentrating on Mo Salah there as he comes out. Newcastle fans getting fully involved in it. They're going to be enjoying this occasion. Liverpool fans have seen it a few times before, but still nice to go through it. Excuse me. Both teams just lined up. Don't know if there'll be a dignitary to meet. Looks like there is. Rick Parry, former Liverpool executive, and he's followed by executives from the sponsoring company Carabao, and they're just going down the line and shaking hands and meeting all the players. Before we get the game started, I'll just bring up my scoreboard. National anthem. Just introducing the teams to the crowd now. Just trying to get my game timer working properly. There's always something that gets in the way of everything working properly. It's worked perfectly before, and now it's started to play up. So excuse me with this. It's not playing ball at the moment. Is that it? Let me try that again. Don't want to go through this game without a timer. Really would be annoying. This is really annoying. Obviously, I haven't got it on the right setting, and it's really beginning to piss me off now. That's it, I think. There we go. There we go. Got it. Oh, just wait a minute. I'll just reset the score for the timer first. You have to forgive me for the messing about. I had it on the wrong setting, but we're there now. There we go. We haven't missed anything. Teams are just in the huddle as usual before the kickoff starts. Liverpool to win this cup, third time in 4 years. And the record 11th time as well. So I didn't know they'd won it that often, but they have. Kind of Virgil van Dijk giving his team a last G up in the huddle there. They've got that close. They're almost inside the Liverpool huddle. Arne Slot there, stood pensive on the touchline there. Eddie Howe looks a bit nervous there. There's a lot of pressure on him to win Newcastle's first trophy for God knows how long. It's going to be Liverpool who'll kick off this first half there. Kicking from right to left, if that's the way the camera's going to show it. It is kicking from right to left. It's McAllister who's going to kick off this first half. And we are away in the cup final for 2025. Goes all the way back to Van Dijk. He plays it forward. It's headed away. It's brought back down by McAllister. And then flicked forward and headed out on the far side. Throw to Liverpool. Goes all the way back to Konate. He gives Kelleher a first touch. Is it long down the centre? Jota battling for it. And the foul's given against Jota, holding his man. Let's just get that scoreboard back on. Free kick looks like... I thought Pope was taking it, but Trippier's taken over. He's going to take it. It's deep inside the Newcastle half. And he goes long and left, looking for Joe Linton, but he's beaten to it by Gravenberg. Ball's almost picked up by Zoboslai. He's battling for it in the middle there. Comes out to the right-hand side, played down the line. Robertson intercepts that and puts it out a bit of a sliced clearance, and it goes out for a throw on the near side. Trippier comes to take it. It's halfway inside the Liverpool half on the Newcastle right. Comes short for it. Goes back to Trippier. Trippier goes back to Shah. He plays it down the line again. It goes over the top of Robertson. Murphy got it. It's got his crossing. It's flicked away by Van Dijk. It's still on the edge of the Liverpool box, so it's played away even further. And then Zoboslai is coming away in the centre midfield. Well done to hold off a couple of challenges. Get to Konate. Konsa, shall I say, not Konate. Goes out to the left. It's Diaz now. Attacking the left-hand edge of the box. He's got it a bit caught underneath his feet. Then Trippier goes down and the free kick's given. It looked a bit of an easy one there. Trippier went down conning the referee there, really. Didn't look to be much in it, but the free kick's given. Slot's like shaking his head there. He didn't think it was a foul, but then again, he's half a pitch away. Excuse me. Pope's going to take it. Drives it along. Van Dijk wins the header, free header. It's flicked on again. Isak goes up for it. Tonali on the right-hand side. Curls one into the box. It's Harvey Barnes, who had cut inside there from the left-hand side, got his toe to it, just couldn't fully reach it, and it goes off his foot and out for a goal kick. But Newcastle looking to get crosses in early into the Liverpool box, and they're getting men forward, Newcastle, quite rightly too. Keller has the ball now. Drives it long out to the right-hand side. Looking for Mo Salah. He's under a lot of pressure, is Mo. He tries to bring the ball down, but it goes under his foot and out for a throw to Newcastle. It's a throw to Newcastle. Livramento brought down, making a run through the left-hand side of the Liverpool midfield. Is brought down by McAllister, I think that was. Free kick is a given. It was McAllister who brought him down, just left a leg there. It's a nice position to float a free kick in here from Newcastle. It's just to the left-hand edge of Liverpool's penalty area on the Newcastle left. Looking for a good delivery here. It's played short. Trippier to Barnes. Barnes gets it back. He's got to the byline. He's going to cut his cross back, and he does. And it's played away. Van Dijk, I think it was, who cut that one out. It's well played by Newcastle. It's inventive there, not the obvious thing. No one picked Barnes up when he made his run. It wasn't Van Dijk, it was Gravenberch who got the ball away for a corner. Trippier's gone across to that left-hand side to take this corner. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from Kieran Trippier. And it comes now. Keeper comes, Kelleher. Didn't get much of a punch to it. It just dropped on the 6-yard box, but then it was helped away by his defenders. Soberslai gets said to it, and then Diaz has got it forward looking for Salah, but Pope's quickly off his line and puts his foot through that ball. Brought down by Robertson on the left-hand side now. He's going past Tonali. Tonali brings him down. And referee gives the foul. Trippier complaining about it. It was a free kick though. Tonali was run past and still brought Robertson down. After much complaining, it is a free kick, and McAllister's going to take it from the left-hand side. Robertson just comes across to have a word. Van Dijk's up. Remember that last year Van Dijk's header in extra time won the cup for Liverpool. Robertson was going to play it short as McAllister, but that's a poor kick by McAllister. He put too much care on that, and it just went straight through to Pope. There was no Liverpool player anywhere near it. Very poor delivery. After all the big lads had gone up forward, for at least they should have given them something to have a go at, but that was awful. Anyway, Newcastle have the ball on their left-hand side, the far side. Comes across to Trippier on the right-hand side. He gives it to Murphy. Murphy comes inside, then gets it out to the right-hand side. It's Guimaraes who comes into the middle. It's taken off him though. Robertson gets it from Diaz, gives it to McAllister. Gravenberch now looks to play a ball on the right-hand side for Salah. Can he make it, or is it going to go out for a goal kick? And it goes out for a goal kick. It was just a yard too far in front of Mo Salah. He put in the hard yards, did Salah, to try and catch up with that, and he almost did. Pope takes the goal kick along. Van Dijk wins an easy header. He's headed back at Van Dijk, goes over his head, but Isak, I think it was Isak, had nudged him in the back, and the free kick's given. Van Dijk gives it to Konate. Konate gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes to Kelleher. Kelleher under pressure from Isak, drives it long. It's headed on by Jota, but comes back forward. Liverpool pick the ball up. Konate chips the ball forward again, looking for more Salah. We'll get to this one in the corner this time. The ball goes out as Burns close, very close to Salah. Salah managed to keep the ball in, but the momentum of the ball took it back over the line, and it was a goal kick. Gravenberch pulls Livramento back as he went past him there. Probably deserved a yellow card for that, Gravenberch, for the pull back on his arm. But nothing more is said, and it's a free kick on the halfway line on the far side, the Newcastle left. Crowd really getting into this now. Early in the game, a goal will certainly light this crowd up now. Liverpool fans are singing away at the moment. Free kick goes high. Well, it dropping at the feet of Shah. I'm sure his intention was to put that into the box, but he sliced it off the right foot and it goes out for a goal kick. McAllister's down, just having a word with the referee. Don't know what he saw there. McAllister's being edged out by... There was a bit of a bump there. I don't know whether there was an elbow. I don't know. It's Dan Burn there. The game's back underway. Konate has the ball. It's played down the line. Jota trying to chase it. Tonali couldn't keep the ball in, and it's a free kick, a throw to Liverpool. Concert's going to take this one. In for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Big game for him. Goes down the line. He's looking for Jota. He fell over looking for a free kick, nothing given. The ball eventually goes up to Pope and he rolls the ball out. Comes to Trippier on the right. He goes down the line, but it hits Diaz. Felt that on his hand, did Diaz, from about 2 yards in front of him. Throw is going to be taken by Trippier. Back to Byrne. Headed back forward by Van Dijk. Diaz gives it to Gravenberch. Goes across. Back to Robertson on the left. Robertson give it to McAllister. McAllister's ball down the line is blocked by Trippier and it goes out for a throw to Liverpool. Ball goes back to McAllister. McAllister goes all the way back to Van Dijk. He's on the edge of his own penalty area. He gives it to Kelleher. He sacks pressure in Kelleher, but he gets his kick away. Joe Linton's up, heads the ball forward. The ball's played forward. Barnes was going through it. It was Guimarães' ball. It was cut out though, but Newcastle have the ball back again. It's Tonali. Murphy. Being held by Zoboslai. The referee gives nothing though. Robertson has the ball. It goes back to Kelleher. Back to Van Dijk. Robertson. Robertson into midfield. It's picked up by Diaz now, who seems to have tucked inside a bit more. To Gravenberch, to Mo Salah on the far side. He cuts in on his left foot. Tries to play a ball through, but it's deflected. And then lost again in midfield. It's Bruno that lost it. And then there's an offside decision as the ball went through. Bruno Guimarães is down at the moment. Bit of a collision as he lost his ball, on the ball there. Holding his chest. Soon helped back to his feet. Camera's focusing on Eddie Howe. He's looking at the playback screen that he's got there as this ball's played forward by Scher. Joe Linton has to go back. It's chipped down the line on the far side. Joe Linton gets in there again. A heavy challenge there. It's Konsa. Fair challenge. Guimarães has a shot. There's Murphy. It's from about 25 yards out there, and that's sliced over the bar. Really, the first shot of the game. It's Livramento and Konsa. Good challenge. Livramento went down, but he soon got back up again. Maybe Konsa did just get a bit of Livramento, but on the follow-through. Kelleher has the ball short from the goal kick, but goes to halfway and it's headed back forward again. Robertson plays it down the line, but it's picked up by Trippier. He plays it inside. It's Murphy. Murphy's giving it away. McAllister now has it. Gravenberch plays it out to the right-hand side. Comes back inside. Gravenberch just on the halfway line, gives it to McAllister. Just over the halfway line, drifting left. Gives it out to Diaz, who's come back to his normal position again now. He gives it back to McAllister. Van Dijk and McAllister swap passes. McAllister still has it, goes back to the halfway to Van Dijk. He goes across to Konate. Konate goes out to the right-hand side to Mo Salah. Mo Salah gives it back, goes back to Konate. Liverpool playing the patience game here. Konate goes out to the right-hand side to Salah again. Goes back to the halfway line. To Konsa, to Konate, to Van Dijk, drifting left, back to Konate. It's back to Salah on the right-hand side again. He's got a chance to take Livramento on. They're doubling up on Salah, though. McAllister has it again. Back to Van Dijk. Moving forward and left. Gives it to Diaz, hugging this left-hand touchline. He cuts back inside. Robertson back to Diaz. McAllister almost lost it. Joe Linton's in there and he has lost it. Then there's a free kick. Joe Linton won the ball against McAllister, and then McAllister must have fouled Joe Linton. Guimaraes, just stood on Joe Linton's foot. It was Guimaraes who eventually got the first touch to take the ball away from McAllister that allowed Joe Linton to get in there. Free kick's taken long. Goes over everybody's head. It's going to go to Joe Linton, lays it back. Livramento, who's high forward. Joe Linton, it's deflected his cross and it drops into the arms of Kelleher, who gets the ball out quick, underarm. Robertson, played inside to Diaz. Robertson, just slowing the play down again. Into midfield to Gravenberch. He's got nobody close to him except the centre halves, and it has to go back to Canate. It's a bit walking pace at the moment. Goes all the way back to Kelleher, who gives it to Van Dijk. Robertson, long ball down the left-hand side, looking for the run of Diaz. Trippier's followed him all the way there and does well to nod it back to Pope. Pope gets it out. Comes back across. I think that's Byrne who drives the ball forward. That was Scher. Van Dijk wins the header again. It's picked up by McAllister. Gravenberch gives it to Robertson. Robertson down the left-hand side, crossing the halfway again. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz has to cut inside. He's got three players around him when he breaks down that side as Diaz. It's Gravenberch now. Gives it to Canate. He goes across to Salah. Salah goes down the line for Szoboszlai. He gets a cross in there, does Szoboszlai, but it's cleared by Shah. And it's out on the far side for a throw to Liverpool. It's taken quickly. Laid back to Konsa. He goes to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to his left to Gravenberch. He's got Robertson on the left-hand touchline. Gives it to Robertson. Robertson sees a ball in midfield to Jota. Jota heads it down, but Diaz can't make it before it's cleared. Down the line. Gravenberch battling with Guimaraes. Chance to get a pass into Isak. Virgil van Dijk intercepts it and it goes out for a corner to Newcastle. Corner's going to be taken right-footed from the Newcastle right. It's going to be an away swinger. Murphy's going to take it. Plays it short to the near post, given back to Murphy. It's Isak who tried to lay the ball back to Murphy. It's obviously a training ground move, but Isak fouled, I think it was Robertson. Crowd giving Anson Deck the bear. There's Shearer there in his black and white. He gets a boo from the Liverpool fans. Kelleher drives the ball long from the free kick. It's Jota who tried to get up for it, but he's only 5 foot and a peanut. He's not going to win that. Joe Linton lays the ball back to Trippier. Trippier goes back to Pope, who drives it first time forward. Van Dijk wins the header. Szoboszlai trying to make the ball as it bounced over his head. Van Dijk heads the ball forward again, looking for Jota to bring it down. It goes out to the left to Trippier, and Trippier tidies up by heading it back to Pope. Pope off the floor, drives it long. Gravenberch with Joe Linton. Throw given to Liverpool. It's Konsa with the throw. Given to Szoboszlai. Back to Konsa. He gets away from two and crosses the half lane, and Konsa is still going. Lays it inside to Jota, but Jota manages to lose the ball, and Newcastle recycle it. It's a long ball down the left-hand side. But Konate was covering that one. Played him forward now. Isak got it to Barnes. Back to Isak, who's in the inside left position. He checks on the byline, has to go backwards. Lays it to the edge of the box. There's a bit of space here. Tonali has a shot. It's wide of that left-hand post. Kelleher, I think, had that covered. He didn't seem to be too worried about that, but chances for Newcastle there. Isak right in the middle of it. It's a good ball on the edge of the box to Tonali. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it. Had a bit of curl on it, but not enough. Free kick to Liverpool. Byrne committing a foul on the left-hand side on the halfway line. Konate coming forward with the ball. Goes long, looking for the run of Diaz. It was a bit of heading tennis between Shea, and eventually it goes back to Pope. Ball down the line. Looking for Murphy. Gets this cross into the box, and it's cleared away over the bar by Konate. It was well defended there. Was he offside? I don't know. Isak just saying to Murphy, I wanted the ball in first time, I think there. Just having a word with him now. The result is a corner to Newcastle. It's over on that left-hand side. It's going to be a Trippier in-swinger. In it comes. It's one to the back post. It's headed in by Burns. There's a chance for Guimaraes, but McKellar has out great and smothers the shot and holds on to it. It's well played by Kelleher, but Guimaraes there found just a bit of space in the box. Just gets away from Konsa, I think, there. But Liverpool are coming away on the left-hand side now. Diaz has the ball now. Plays it back into the centre. McAllister puts a cross in. It's headed away by Livramento. And goes out over on the far side for a throw to Liverpool. Szoboszlai takes that and throws it back to the halfway line while Konate picks the ball up. All Newcastle players behind the ball now. Comes across to Van Dijk. Jota is coming deep, looking for some possession. It's Gravenberch who had to go back to Van Dijk to Konate. Far side with Konsa. Back to Konate. Going backwards, Liverpool. Oh, and they've almost lost it there, and Isak's away. Is he? Just Konate got his foot in. It was a poor mistake there by Conser. He caught in possession. Joe Linton battling for it, concedes the throw over on the far side. Thanks to everyone who's joined the channel so far. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button. Get your notification bell on. And of course, if you want to join in the chat, the live chat, please do so. Ball goes up in the air. It's headed forward by Byrne and out for a Liverpool throw. Somersley plays it forward, looking for Salah. He's beaten to it by Livramento. Ball's bouncing in midfield. Diaz manages to get hold of it. He's got four of them around him, and he goes down and is given the free kick. Trippier complaining again. Referee not happy with the free kick being taken quickly. Brings the ball back. It's pretty central as this. Probably halfway inside the Newcastle half. No angle to be able to float any sort of crossing. Andy Robertson stood over it. Was he going to take it left-footed? Looks like it. His cross comes in now. Heads are up. It's flicked away by Shea. Mo Salah's going to let it go out for a corner, and he does. Liverpool's chance now to put the ball, quality ball, from this corner into the box and let the likes of Konate and Van Dijk attack it. Newcastle have got to be tight with their marking. I think it's Byrne who's marking Van Dijk, which is pretty sensible, as Robertson is going to swing this left footer in, and it comes now. It's flicked away at the near post by Joe Linton, and it goes back to Robertson. This time it goes out for a throw off Murphy, as Robertson tried to twist and turn and go inside him. He's having none of it. Zoboszlai has the ball. Wanted to take it about 15 yards away from where it was, and the referee's having none of that. The ball's recycled back to the centre circle with Konate. Conser plays the ball forward. It's intercepted. He's looking for Salah. Livramento. Shea gets the ball forward, looking for Murphy again. But it's headed away by Van Dijk, and Robertson picks the ball up on the halfway, flicks the ball forward for Diaz. Diaz is through. Is he brought down? No, it was a flag eventually. Just see that ball as it goes through again. Yeah, he's a good yard offside there when the ball's played through. It's one of those poor decisions where the flag don't go up immediately, and Pope and Diaz collide, and there could have been an injury there. If the flag had gone up immediately, then the play could have stopped and there'd been no need for anyone risking injury. Anyway, Pope's going to take this free kick. He swings it over to the left-hand side. Joe Linton, it's over his head. Headed away by Conser. It was Barnes who was battling with him. Now Konate. Tonali battling for it. Wins a corner. So Newcastle giving as good as they get. They're battling for it up front, and they're winning some of the challenges and getting away with some dangerous corners. And Liverpool are not dominating this game as you would have expected to. Burns up there, being marked by McAllister, who was a foot shorter than him. In the corner comes now. Headed away by Van Dijk. It's picked up on the edge of the box by Tonali. He lays it out to Trippier again. Kelleher comes under pressure and misses the ball completely. It was Byrne. I don't think there was any foul there. It's drilled long. Diaz goes down there, took a heavy fall. Did Diaz. A couple of rolls, he's sat up, but that will have winded him. Referee's having a word with Trippier, who committed the foul. Trippier got a lot to say. Still got a lot to say. Yeah, he puts his arm into... When they're up in the air there, Trippier puts his arm into him and knocks him off balance, and that's why he hits the floor hard like that. Van Dijk plays the ball forward. It was brought inside. It was Robertson who played it against Trippier. It looked like it was going to go out for a corner, but there was... Maybe I missed some sort of deflection there, and it's been given as a goal kick. It's 33 minutes gone. That's gone quickly, is that, when you're engrossed in the game. But there's not been much to really get excited about so far. Get your thoughts in the chat. What do you think about the first half so far? It's been very tight. Neither team wanted to give anything away as they come across to the left-hand side now. It's Harvey Barnes just on the edge of the box, tries to go past Gravenberch. He gets a cross into the back post. Isak had a header, which was blocked, and then Trippier following in. His shot was blocked as well. Well defended by Liverpool. It was Isak at the back post. The ball drifted over the top of Robertson's head. Isak headed it into the back of Robertson, and then when Trippier followed in, I think it was Robertson who got the second block in as well. So it's good defending by Robertson. He got immediately out. Yes, he did. Got immediately out and blocked Trippier's cross. So good defending by the experienced left back. Trippier's going to take this corner from the right-hand side now, away swinger to the back post, headed by Byrne. It's a free header on the 6-yard box by Guimaraes. Couldn't get enough touch on it though, and it flicked it, but straight into the arms of Kelleher. No one marking him. Van Dijk was the nearest to him, and he let him get away. Byrne again creating a lot of problems in that box there. And Guimaraes, you think he'd got to do better with that header there. There was no one to challenge him. Jota, he thought he'd won the throw there, but the referee's given it the opposite way. Trippier takes it. Tonali. Jota's going to pressurise him. Goes all the way across to Byrne. He goes across to Livramento. Szoboszlai in front of him. Plays it down the line for Joe Linton. Did the ball go out? No, it didn't. It's up in the air now. It's won by Jota. And eventually put out by Konsa for a throw. Foul on Joe Linton by Szoboszlai. Free kick given. It's deep inside the Liverpool half on the far side. Chance again for people like Byrne to get forward and for the ball to be thrown in for him to attack it, because he's caused a lot of problems to that Liverpool defence so far. Trippier's gone across, so he obviously does intend to fire it in. Having a word with Barnes before he takes the free kick. Joe Linton's up there. Trippier deep into the box. Van Dijk heads it away at the far post. It's hit back in again. Joe Linton on the edge of the box can turn, Gets flicked back in again by Shea. McAllister cleared it away. Zoboslai tried to help it on the way. Murphy, Diaz, Pope came with the bounce of the ball. Pope was favourite to get it and headed it away. Now it goes down the line for Van Dijk. Isak is beaten to it. Robertson flicks it over his head to the halfway line. Jota can't bring it down. The bounce is beating him. Guimaraes spreads out to the left-hand side. It's beaten to it by Conser. Conser's down the line. Left-hand side. Joe Linton battling with him. Well played by Joe Linton. Wins the ball and gets the free kick. And Joe Linton is really pumped for this one. Strength and power there by Joe Linton. Really well done. Newcastle crowd like that. That's woke the Newcastle fans up. Has Trippier got an injury? Just holding the back of his hamstring there on his right leg. Just feeling that there. Couple of subs warming up for Newcastle, so it could be a problem for Trippier as the ball's played forward. Canati wins the header. Zoboslai's down. Somebody else is down as well. Joe Linton's holding the back of his head. Another Newcastle player down. I think that's Tonali. Give the players a chance to maybe rehydrate. Canati wins the header and then falls on top of Joe Linton, so he'll have felt that. But what happened between Tonali and Zoboslai? Zoboslai holds Tonali off, and then as Zoboslai tries to head the ball behind him, flick it on like that, they have a clash of heads. Both seem okay. Trippier just getting some rubbing cream to put on the back of that hamstring. Free kick taken. Drilled long. Looking for the run of Diaz down the left. Trippier still working hard for it. Claiming a handball there. Obviously, they're going to work on Trippier's injured leg, see how his running is. He did okay there, though. Isak now has the ball taken off him by Robertson, who dives in. Recycled to Van Dijk. He plays it down that left-hand side again. It's a bit too far long, is that? And Pope comes to the edge of his area to take the ball. Trippier's really feeling that leg now. Ball's given away. McAllister in midfield. Into the centre circle. Crosses the halfway line. Gives it to Gravenberch next to him on the left-hand side. He plays it through to Jota. Jota for Diaz, but it's just a bit too far in front of him, and Pope's quickly off his line to smother the ball. Pope puts the ball on the floor, then drives it towards... It's driven towards Joe Linton, but the ball's hooked forward. Byrne wins the header, gives it to Livramento. He tries to go around Zoboslai, doesn't manage to. It's recycled into the middle. Be Shah with the ball. He tries to go long to the left. It's Livramento. He's got himself forward and having a bit of space now. He's got Kwanzaa in front of him. Checks back inside, puts across to the back post. It's well played by Robertson. Just shepherd the ball across himself and let the ball run out for a goal kick. Obviously looking for Isak there with that ball, but it was over his head. Livramento taking good care of Salah and then still taking the opportunity to get forward himself when he can. Ball goes long. It's headed by Shah. Joe Linton on the centre circle, picks the ball, lays it back. Goes out to the left. It's Livramento again getting himself forward. It's given to Barnes now. Barnes tries to get a cross in, but it's blocked by Gravenberch. And it goes out for a throw. Livramento, Joe Linton gets the ball back. Has to go back. Give it to Shah. Trippier's going to go all the way back from the halfway line to Pope. Pope drives it long down the centre. Virgil van Dijk heads the ball back. Tonali heads the ball down. It goes out to Murphy. On the right-hand side, his crosses in early, deep to the back post. It's too deep. Barnes can't keep that in, and it goes out for a goal kick. Newcastle just need a bit more quality in those crosses. Stephen Gerrard there watching. He gets a boo from the crowd. Ian Rush is there also. He gets a cheer. Kenny Dalglish there as well. Free kick to Newcastle on the halfway line. Trippier with the ball at his feet. Can they make anything of this in the last minute or so of the first half? There won't be much added time. A minute, two at the most. Free kick goes long. Heads are up. Burns can't win it. Hartley Barnes goes the ball on the left-hand side of the box, has a shot, but Konate had closed him down and the ball's deflected away for a corner. Chance for Newcastle to put some more pressure on. You can see what Newcastle are doing. These corners and free kicks are aimed at Burns, who's winning his fair share of these crosses. And Burns is in the box again at the back post. I don't know who's going across to take this one. I can't see it. Will it be Barnes? Not showing us, but the cross comes in now. Head at Burns. Burns has scored. A free header and he's scored. He puts it in the far post, heading it back across from where it came, and Newcastle take the lead. And we're just saying how Burns had been a danger at these corners and no one marked him on the edge of the box. He came in and put a good header low and past the right hand of Kelleher, and Newcastle are in the lead. And Shearer's happy. Look at that. He's on the edge of the box there. There's no one marking him. What were they doing? I mean, it's a great header, but it was a good header because he had no pressure on him at all. And Liverpool just didn't mark him. That's shocking marking by Liverpool. That a great delivery. I mean, it was obviously they've been looking for Ben with every cross that they've put into the box, and he's won his fair share. And that was a superb header by Burn, but Liverpool's marking was awful. I can't believe that Van Dijk would allow him to stand on the edge of the box unmarked. Liverpool are coming down the left-hand side now with Jota, can't get past Trippier, and then the ball is played off Diaz for a throw. I said at the beginning that Liverpool were not at their best, and that's been shown as that. Ball goes in. Battling for it at Liverpool, but it's cleared long with 2 minutes to go. We've had a minute of that already of added time. Newcastle won it down the Liverpool end, going into the half-time break at 1-0. Liverpool have been poor in this half. Liverpool can't carry on like this, surely. They're better than that. They're better than that completely. Jota trying to win the ball. Goes up high from a header from Gravenberch. Joe Linton wins the ball. It's picked off by McAllister. It's out to Salah. We haven't seen much of Salah. This chance, he's got a chance to put a cross in, and he does do. Diaz heads it back, and it's sucked away. There's Jota. It was on his left foot. He wasn't balanced, and he tried to hook it into the net, and that's dragged it wide. And that's the first chance that Liverpool have had. And created by Salah, and Salah's not seen much of the ball. And maybe the way out for Liverpool is to get more of the ball to Salah. Half time. Dan Bird salutes the crowd. And why not? Why not? And at half time, Newcastle have the lead. And Anton Deck were happy. Alan Shearer was happy. The whole black and white crowd that's there are happy. Half time. Chance for you to get your thoughts in that first half. Liverpool have been poor, I'm sure you'll agree. If you're a Liverpool fan, where would you make changes? Is it just a matter of getting more of the ball to Mo Salah? Because he just showed there, he created a chance when he had the ball. And he hasn't seen a lot of it, not enough of it. But you've got to say something about that Liverpool marking for that Dan Burn header and the goal. That was awful. You can't believe that a professional side as good as Liverpool would leave Dan Burn. They must have talked about Liverpool, about Dan Burn and his heading ability in team meetings and what have you. And surely they would have said, we can't leave him free in the box. And that's exactly what they did. And he powered the header in, and they've only got themselves to blame. But what do you think? Let me know what you think. Plenty to talk about in this half. Just have a look at the stats for this first half. I'll just bring them up in a minute and we can have a look at those. Just bring the stats up now and we can go through them and let's see what you think. So overall possession, Liverpool have had 5% more possession than Newcastle have. It's been pretty even, you've got to say. But look at this. Shots, 9 to Newcastle, 1 to Liverpool, and that tells you everything about the attacking side of the game for Liverpool. I've really not seen any of it whatsoever. I didn't think it was 9 to 1, but it certainly is. As we go to attack-wise, we'll just confirm those shots. 3 on target for Newcastle, obviously none on target for Liverpool. 1 off target, 3 off target for blocked shots. 3 Newcastle's to none of Liverpool's. Defensively, let's have a look at defensive. So Newcastle have had to make a couple more tackles, defensive tackles, than Liverpool have. The tackles won so far is pretty even. Fouls, well, Liverpool have had to have committed more fouls than Newcastle. And you would say from total clearances that Liverpool have been under a slight bit more pressure than Newcastle have, because it's 21-12 against Liverpool. Duels won. There again, just a little pointer to what we've probably seen in the game is that Newcastle have won more of these duels. So it would seem. So that looks like the match stats so far. Not been a great game in the first half, but if you'd have told Newcastle fans and the Newcastle team that you'd be winning 1-0 at half time, they would have bitten your hand off. And now what can Liverpool do about it? Let me know in the chat what you think. It is a cup final, so Liverpool can't afford to just sit on this. They've got to come out fighting. They've got to fight fire with fire. I think that Newcastle have probably just about out-battled Liverpool at times, especially in the midfield. Joe Linton. It could be an injury to Trippier at half-time. We shall see when the teams come out for the second half, whether he's back in the side or not. But, just listen to what... Yeah, just what I'd been saying, that the game has been won in the midfield with the duels that Newcastle have won over Liverpool. They've out-battled Liverpool, they've outworked Liverpool, and Liverpool have looked a shadow of themselves. Liverpool have lost a bit of form, just at the wrong time of the season. Just what I was saying early on from a corner, that McAllister was marking Burns, and I found that difficult to believe as well. That McAllister is a foot shorter than Burns. Just looking at the goal there, Burns just makes a run from the edge of the box. Doesn't have to go far. He only comes a couple of yards in, but he powers that header past Kelleher. Just looking at that header again. So it was McAllister that was supposed to be marking Burn, but not getting tight. And you would say that when you're marking in the box, you've got to stand next to your man. You've got to at least block his run. You can't just allow him to run at the ball. And McAllister just takes a step backwards. Burn comes forward, and he's gone past. He's got himself a couple of yards from McAllister. But McAllister's not going to be able to mark Burn in the box. And why are they doing that? I just do not know. And I did say that earlier on in the game. Shearer very happy with that goal. There is still a long way to go. But if Liverpool are going to win this cup or get back into the game, they've got to improve. Anybody in the chat? What do you think? How can Liverpool improve? What can they do to get back into this game? Jota's not seen much of the ball. Did they need Diaz up front instead of Jota? No, that Jota is probably a better finisher, but it's a battle up front. And Jota's looked out of his depth against the big guys like Byrne. Now Diaz will get stuck in there, as we know. And maybe that's a change that Arne Slot will be looking at half time, or maybe early into the second half. I can't think he can leave it too long. How will Newcastle play this second half? Will they be happy to battle out for a 1-0 win, or are they going to go for a second? Who knows? We shall see. That's one thing for certain. I'll just look at the scores from earlier. I'll just bring those up for you, and we shall take a look at those. Just yeah, so I've got those scores there. I'll just bring them into line, and then just a moment. So earlier kickoffs from today, and Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. Mourinho scored the goal in the 20th minute. Fulham beat Tottenham 2-0. Goals from Muniz and Sessegnon. So Tottenham's inconsistent season goes on. A later game, kicking off at 7 o'clock, Leicester City against Manchester United. You've got to say, Leicester City have just got to win it. They've just got to win it. How does that affect the tables as it is at the moment? Well, Liverpool not playing today. They're in the cup final. Arsenal have closed the gap down to 12 points, level on games played now. Nottingham Forest, after another good win yesterday, consolidate their position in third place, 5 points ahead of Chelsea, who have moved up above Man City, who could only draw yesterday. Newcastle obviously playing in the cup final today. Fulham move up above Aston Villa. Tottenham still languishing in 13th position, 29 games, 34 points. It's not the best of seasons for them. Everton doing well now, dragging themselves well out of the Premier League relegation battles. Are into 14th, 34 points. As you can see there, they've drawn 5 of the last 6 games, but got to say that Moyes has turned them around and got them solid. Look where Manchester United are. I mean, they're not going to get relegated because the 3 teams in the relegation zone are so poor that none of these teams above them are going to have to worry about it. But Manchester United in 15th position. Who would have thought of that? West Ham 34, and then Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers with another good win yesterday. 26 points, 9 points above the relegation zone. Ipswich Town, Leicester and Southampton, you cannot see them getting another 9 points. I mean, look at the records. Lost 4 out of 5, lost 4 out of 5, lost 4 out of 5. 5 out of 6. So you just cannot see them getting another 9 points in the rest of the season. These 3 teams are doomed. Everybody else playing for position, really. It's funny how Liverpool out. Wembley really empties when it's half time, and you think, where does everybody go? Just looking at the ground now, it looks half empty, and you think, well, where is 45,000 people go at half time? And is there big enough toilets or bars or pie shops to be able to accommodate them all coming at the same time? Because it really has emptied. Ant and Dick celebrating together there. I thought they were stood in different parts of the ground, but they weren't. They stood together and they celebrated that goal, and why not? It won't be far off second half starting, so just bear with me while I just go switch a light on because it's beginning to get dark. Just got myself a drink of water while the teams are coming out onto the pitch for the second half. Just get the timer ready for the second half start. Let's pause that. It's going to be Newcastle to kick off this second half. Just to remind you of the score. The ground looks empty. I can't believe where everybody goes. Anyway, we are underway. Newcastle kicking from right to left in this second half. Ball goes long, looking for Joe Linton, headed away by Konate. It's played forward by Gravenberch, but it's picked off in midfield. Diaz battling hard with it. Walled back by Diaz over Murphy. Played inside to Konate. Konate is going to be hassled there. And it goes all the way back to Kelleher after good work. Free header by Burns is powered forward. Goes past everyone and all the way through to Kelleher. Isak working hard up front as well, putting the squeeze on Liverpool. But Gravenberch calls off Tonali and gets the ball across to Robertson. Robertson gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes to Kelleher. Kelleher's going to drive it long and does do. On the right-hand side now. Another free header for Burns and he powers it through again and it goes all the way over top of everybody and collected by Kelleher. Robertson has it on the far side, plays it into midfield, flicked on by Diaz. Jota's been held there, as you could see quite clearly, but the ref didn't see it. Pope gets the ball, and he plays it long. There's none of this short stuff today. Konsa battling with Barnes, gets the better of him. Gives it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gives it to Konate. Konate has to turn and go back to Kelleher. It's played to McAllister. McAllister quickly across to Van Dijk, who's striding forward down the left-hand side over halfway line. Lays it inside for McAllister into the edge of the box. Diaz was looking for it, but Joe Linton had made a good run back with him and cleared the ball away. Well played by Joe Linton. Good defensive play. Liverpool still have the ball, though, with Gravenberch. McAllister gives it to Robertson. Back to McAllister. Goes back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk has to turn and go all the way back from the halfway line to Kelleher. Kelleher gives it to Konate. Konate plays it into midfield. Laid off by Diaz. Gravenberch turns one way, then the other. Gives it back to Diaz. Diaz goes across to the right-hand side to Salah. brings it back in, lays it off to the edge of the box. McAllister, Gravenberch. Robertson faked a run inside, didn't get the ball, came back, goes back to Canate. Canate flicks the ball through that. McAllister's never going to get that in a million years. The ball was too straight. Skips over the head and away. Goal kick. Joe Linton, every time he makes a tackle like that, that interception is really pumped. Ball goes long. Conser hits it forward, deflected into midfield. Diaz being held again by Trippier. Diaz is furious. Ball goes forward by Murphy. Van Dijk heads it away. Murphy picks it up again. Van Dijk intercepts his pass. Comes across to Gravenberch, to Conser, to Zoboslai. Turns, gives it to McAllister. Robertson out wide. Plays it, or tries to play it inside for Jota, but just goes straight through again. Poor passing. Ball coming down this left-hand side. Livramento to Barnes, cutting in on the left-hand side to the edge of the box to the byline, puts his cross in. But Quansah stuck with him and blocked his cross at the expense of a corner. Corner about to be taken from the far side. It's going to be Trippier. He's going to put a right-footed in-swinger in. To the far box. So Joe Linton plays it back. And they've scored again. And Isak has put the ball in. And the flag is up and it's no goal. It was poor handling by Kelleher. There was a scuffed shot that came back at Kelleher. And instead of collecting the ball cleanly, he parried it into the foot of Isak. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Kelleher fumbled the ball on the line. Isak came in and put it in. It's Guimaraes who's offside. He's well offside and is almost in front of... Yeah, I think so. Guimaraes is offside. He's in front of Kelleher. It wasn't Isak who was offside, it was Guimaraes. But the goal is disallowed and it remains 1-0. An escape for Liverpool. It's a let-off. A warning. Trippier wins the ball. The Newcastle crowd are well up for this now, and so are the Newcastle team. Yeah. Lucky Liverpool there, because Kelleher fumbled the ball right into Isak's path, who slotted it in, but they got away with it because Guimaraes was almost stood in front of the keeper and given offside because of that. Livramento coming down the left again. Barnes overlapping, gives it to Barnes. He goes back for the ball, does Livramento, crosses it first time to the back of the post, and Liverpool have conceded a second one, and this time Isak is not offside, and Newcastle are 2-0 up, and that was great play. Murphy won the ball at the back post, headed it down to Isak, and he swept it in with his right foot inside the far post. And can this Newcastle team believe they are 2-0 up? Liverpool had the warning, didn't heed it, and go 2-0 down. We'll just see that goal again, but it was a great cross from Livramento to the back post. Murphy gets well above Robertson, heads the ball down to Isak, who sweeps it in with his right foot. Great play by Newcastle. Livramento's played in, puts his cross into the back post, stands it up at the back post. Murphy's up there, and on the penalty spot, Isak sweeps it in. Great play by Isak. Great header by Murphy at the back post there. And now what do Liverpool do? What do Liverpool do? The last thing they wanted was to go 2-0 down. Anton Deck really celebrating. Shearer celebrating. Newcastle celebrating. Virgil van Dijk has the ball. Szoboszlai to Robertson. That's an awful cross. It's over everybody's head and it goes out at the far side for a throw. Joe Linton holding the ball. He's giving it away to Gravenberch though. McAllister lays it back to Conce, goes across to Van Dijk. Over the far side, it's Robertson. Robertson tries to go around Murphy. Can't do it, stumbles. Ball hits his foot and goes out for a goal kick. Arno Slot's going to make changes now. Looks like Curtis Jones is coming on. So Curtis Jones, who's he coming on for? Concer to take a throw on the right-hand side. Jota, I think he's going to go off. Not seen a lot of the ball. Header there that was supposed to have gone back to Quansah was poor and goes out for a throw. As I said, Nunez needed to come on to add some battle up front, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And Jota is going off for Nunez. Taking Konate off. Can't be taking Konate off, surely. Konate is coming off, so are Liverpool going to a back three? Curtis Jones is not a centre half, is he? Well, Konate was actually doing okay. Him and Virgil van Dijk were the cornerstone of the Liverpool defence, and that's finished now. Virgil van Dijk gives the ball back to Kelleher. Plays to McAllister. Back to Kelleher, who drives the ball long. Looking for Salah, but he's well beaten to it by Burns. Salah's not going to win those. Jones attacked by Tonali. Gravenberch gets it to Van Dijk. Newcastle are putting the pressure on here. The press is high. Barnes goes down. Is no foul, is it? Yes, it is. Foul is given Concer. I know what's going to happen here from this free kick. They're going to swing one in again. It's the two goals that they have scored have come from crosses. Burns is going up, so is Joe Linton. Who's going to be marking him this time? McAllister's with him again. It towers above McAllister. What are Liverpool doing? I don't understand this. Cross comes in again to the back post. Headed away by Van Dijk. Murphy picks it up. Shea plays the ball inside. There's an offside flag there by Guimaraes on the edge of the Liverpool box. Free kick given. Liverpool fans look despondent. I thought you'd have seen some sort of response from Liverpool in this second half, but it's not been there. McAllister coming forward, plays the ball to Diaz. He's got Zoboszlai on the left-hand side, plays it into the box. There's got a chance here, and it's a great save there. Pope, one-handed, tips the ball over the bar. It was hit straight at him, but it was high above him, and he had to get there, did Pope, and he did. And that's a great counter-attack by Liverpool. Curtis Jones, with his right hand, he just flicks the ball over the bar as Pope. You've got to say that Curtis Jones maybe should have gone for one of the corners, but he hit it straight at Pope. Keeps his team in it. Like Tonali's gone down with a thigh injury. Just look at that again. Jones had a chance to pick his spot and he didn't. Tonali receiving treatment, so we're not missing anything at the moment. Just a bang on the thigh, you'll be able to run that one off. Newcastle have to defend the corner. 30 minutes gone. 30 minutes to go of this second half. Can Liverpool get themselves back into it? Corner to be taken right-footed. McAllister. In it comes. Van Dijk's beaten to it by Burns. Zoboszlai picks the ball up. Gets it back to Zoboszlai. Turns one way, then the other. It was Barnes who was with him. Zoboszlai gets out to Diaz. To Jones on the edge of the box. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz cuts inside and is forced out again. Gives it back to Jones. Plays the ball in, looking for a cross. Joe Linton again. Great cross. Great defending again by Joe Linton. That's the third vital tackle that he's putting to block a shot on goal. I think it's Robertson who's going in there. Gets his foot to it and Joe Linton slides in and blocks the cross. And he's pumped his Joe Linton. McAllister with a corner, right-footed in-swinger. Liverpool putting the pressure on. And it comes in. It's a great one. Pope comes, gets a punch onto it. Comes out to the edge of the box at the back. Picked up by Jones. He lays the ball back. All the way to Konsa. He slips past Isak. Gives it back to Jones. He spreads it across to the left-hand side. It's McAllister. Gives it to Zoboszlai. Gives it back to McAllister. Back to Zoboszlai. All Newcastle players behind the ball. There's a cross put in. Headed away by Burns. It drops to the feet of... just looking at that again. Dropped to the feet of Nunez. And Nunez's left foot was poor. And it went off his foot straight into Pope's arms. difficult one to get under control when it comes at you so quick from such a short distance, but Nunez has got to do better than that, surely. Ball goes across to the right-hand side. Trippier obviously got over that injury. Goes down. Guimaraes supporting him. Gets the ball again. It's well played by Guimaraes. He tried to backheel it into the box, but Van Dijk was covering it. Isak has got the ball now. Liverpool giving it away in a dangerous position. Szoboszlai goes up. Newcastle still battling for it. Guimaraes gets a cross in. It must be in, and it isn't. Isak's shot from 2 yards, 3 yards out is blocked by Kelleher and go away. And Liverpool should have been 3 down. Isak hadn't gone back from offside position, so if Scher's shot had gone in, it still wouldn't have counted. But Isak has got to score there. His contact with the ball was poor. It was just behind him by Barnes. It was just a tuck behind Isak. He had to turn his body to try and drag it back at goal. He couldn't get no power in it. It was off his shin, and Kelleher, in the middle of his goal, parried the ball away. Seemed to be opening Liverpool up with these crosses so easily. Robertson plays the ball. Szoboszlai gets the ball back to Robertson. Robertson under pressure, though. Has to go back to Kelleher, who's just kept his team in the game. 3-0 down, and there would have been no way back. Kelleher drives it forward. Looking for Salah. He's not seen any of the ball in this second half. Ball goes long. Helped on by McAllister. Joe Linton's down in the middle. Isak's down as well. Newcastle won't want to lose either of these two. Probably been the two best Newcastle players on the pitch at the moment, these two, so they won't want to lose either of these. Murphy certainly celebrated that second goal. Just seen the replay there. His header that set the ball up and the goal up, and he really celebrated that. And why not? This Newcastle team were pumped at the time, 2-0 up, a cup within their grasp. Still not missing anything. There's still treatment being given. Gakpo is coming on for, did they say McAllister? Yeah, Gakpo for McAllister. More attacking options for Liverpool. They've got to. Pope drives the ball forward. Obviously, the two injured Newcastle players have to stay off for 30 seconds before they come on. So Liverpool are playing against 9 men at the moment. And yet, Virgil van Dijk is just bringing the ball slowly forward. Why not take advantage of these 9 men? Get it attacked. Salah has it on the left-hand side. Comes on his left foot, lays it back to Szoboszlai. Jones. Ball's brought away. Newcastle attacking down the left with Tonali now. Isak's back on now. He's onto the edge of the box. He's got to play a ball into Joe Linton, who can't make it. It's just too far forward. Did the referee wave them back on? Yes, he did wave them back on. And then immediately they joined in the far side. You've got to say that's unfair by the referee to be able to allow them two on to come in from the right hand side when Liverpool were not paying any attention to them because they were off the pitch. Newcastle win the ball back on the right hand side, then is barged over is Guimaraes by Zoboslai. Stays down for a few seconds, does Bruno Guimaraes, just to take a bit of sting out of the game. Doesn't need to. It's been all Newcastle this second half. Newcastle have been on the attack and they don't need to slow the game down. Free kick. To the back post. Shea wins the header. Quansah heads it away from Byrne. They're in again as Barnes. Barnes tries to pull it across to Shea and it's cut out by Van Dijk, but Liverpool cut open again. It's unbelievable. Nunez has lost the ball. Murphy tries to play a shot in. He rolls it wide of that far right hand post. He's trying to place a shot rather than hit one. Nunez played the ball too. As Nunez will give the ball away there in the midfield. Salah's away down on the left hand side again. Now gives it to Diaz, who's supporting. Curtis Jones plays it back to Quansah. Back to Curtis Jones. He goes across to Van Dijk. Across to the left-hand side. It's Gakpo. Cuts in on his right foot. Plays a cross into the box. And it's straight into the arms of Pope. Salah was at the back post, but it was never reaching him. Liverpool have had so much possession, 62-38 in this, but they've only had 3 shots compared to Newcastle's 13. Oh, he's lost the ball as Gravenberch. It's just not running for Liverpool, is it? Goes out for a throw. 20 minutes to get back into it, Liverpool. Livramento's going to take this throw. He's not going to rush it. Goes down the line, looking for Isak. Isak's hustled out of it by Gravenberch and it's laid back to Kelleher. Kelleher chips the ball across to the left-hand side. Curtis Jones is beaten to it by Joe Linton and he's pumped still. Throw to Liverpool. To Gakpo. He's beaten to it though. Then there's a foul. Fouled by Zoboslai. There's Guimaraes again. Down on the floor again. Chance for Newcastle to swing another crossing. Trippier, again, taking the time with this. Time is ticking down. I think the Liverpool crowd are beginning to realise what's going on there. They're getting onto the referee. He's whistled for the game to be restarted. And it comes. It's cut out by Robertson. Robertson can't get the return ball before it goes out for a throw. And Harvey Elliott coming on. Chiesa coming on as well by the looks of things. So Liverpool, last throw of the dice. Because they have been awful in this game. Gravenberch. Ball's been brought across to the right-hand side by Nunez. Gives it to Quansah. Goes across the left-hand side looking for Gakpo, but it's too far in front of him and it skips out for a throw. Slot wants these substitutions doing now. The referee blows the whistle and the substitutions will be making. So who's coming off? Quansa's coming off. And Gravenberch's coming off as well. Oh, it's Diaz who's coming off, not Quansa. So Gravenberch and Diaz come off and Elliott and Chiesa come on. Last throw of the day for Anna Swat with 16 and a half minutes to go. They need to score again soon. Tonali has the ball, drives it down the right-hand touchline. It's going to take a bounce and go out, is it? Virgil van Dijk has to flick it back. It doesn't go out. It's kept in and helped forward. Gakpo can't get there. Szoboszlai can't get there. Foul on Gakpo, is it? Free kick given. Virgil van Dijk really back in the orders now. Robertson takes the free kick quick. Goes out to the right-hand side. Konsa. It's Chiesa now, cutting in from the right-hand side. Gives it to Szoboszlai. He's got Gakpo out wide. He gives it to Gakpo on the left-hand side. He's got Murphy in front of him. He has to cut inside on his right foot. Goes for the return ball from Szoboszlai. He's looking for a man out wide. There wasn't one. Quansa gives it to Salah on the right-hand side. On his left foot, he goes to the touchline. Tries to get a cross in from the byline. Livramento is covering nicely, blocks his cross. Corner to Liverpool. Harvey Elliott's going to take this. Left-footed in-swinger. Byrne is marking Van Dijk as you would expect. Elliott with the cross to the back post. Pope gets a fist on it and it goes out for a throw on the right-hand side. Robertson gives it back to Szoboszlai. Crosses it straight back in again. It's flicked to the back post and Livramento flicks it away from Salah. It's picked up by Elliott. Led to the back again. It's Chiesa flicks it in, but it's Shearer who gets it away. Isak flicks it away. Barnes plucks Isak away, but he's not going to beat Robertson. Goes back to Kelleher and then played out to Chiesa, who wants to see the ball picking up from very deep, crossing the halfway line. Robertson gives it back to him. Van Dijk goes across to the right. Salah brings it down. Comes inside. Lays it into the middle. Quansa. Virgil van Dijk goes out to the left. It's Gakpo. Comes in again on the right side. Szoboszlai plays it out to Robertson. Robertson's going to put his cross in. It's blocked by Murphy and it goes out for a throw. Throw goes to Szoboszlai. Robertson gives it back to Szoboszlai on the far side. Goes back to Robertson. Robertson gets his cross in. It's flicked in. There's nobody at the back post. Livramento vols it away. Ball comes back to Quansa in the centre of the midfield. He goes across to Gakpo. Heads it back inside. Chiesa goes down under the tackle and the foul is given. Bruno Guimaraes arguing the toss again. It was. The ball, he was nutmegged and then he kicked Chiesa's shin. And he argued that he didn't, which astounds me. Zoboslai stood over it. Gakpo stood over it. Ball comes in. It's headed away by Byrne. So long header away as well by Byrne. He won that easily. Ball's chipped forward again then. Jones and Chiesa. It's just in the edge of the box. Lays out to Gakpo on the far side. He has to go back. Elliott gives it to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is beaten for it, but he wins the ball back, gives it to Elliott. Elliott comes out to the right-hand side now. Salah has it. Plays it straight back into Elliott again. Elliott's going to put a cross in along the floor. There's a chance here. Cher won the ball. It was Chiesa who just couldn't get the ball under control to be able to have a shot off the 6-yard box before Cher was in and clearing. Ball's played in there. I think it was Virgil van Dijk who went down. There's nothing in that. See pushing like that all the time. Elliott now puts his cross in again. It's headed away again by Byrne. Brought down by Salah. He's back to goal though. 3 men around him. Has to go back. Robertson, who's central, gives it out to the left-hand side. Chiesa goes across. Played inside. Elliott has a shot. Jones leaning back when he hits it. Puts it over the bar. Isak is down again, stretching his legs. It's going to be a substitution. Callum Wilson about to come on for Isak, I would imagine. He's had his injury worries as Isak, but he's done his part for his team today. So Callum Wilson on for Isak for this last 10 minutes. Harvey Barnes going off as well. Willock coming on for Barnes. "10 minutes for Liverpool to get back into it. Can they do it? They haven't looked like it so far, but it's all or nothing now for Liverpool. Just waiting for the ball to get back into play. Pope is taking his time with his goal kick. Drives it high and long. Virgil van Dijk goes up with Callum Wilson. Ball comes to the left-hand side here. Willock now gives it back to Joe Linton. Joe Linton gets a return ball. He comes inside. He's got to have a shot. Drags it wide of the right-hand post. Kelleher diving across, but had it covered. So had a good game as Joe Linton, got to be said. Defensively, he's been superb. Van Dijk drives the ball long. Headed forward by Cher. Tonali brings the ball down as a shot at goal. It's parried by Kelleher. He spilt it, but it's dropped just in front of him. No attacker there. He can pick the ball up and overarm it out. It's a poor pass. Livramento's got a chance to attack down the left-hand side again. Willock. Livramento has a shot that hits Curtis Jones in the shoulder and goes out for a corner. And rather than hanging on, Newcastle are looking for a third. Burn is up for this corner again, and why not? Trippier's going to take a right-footed in-swinger from the left. And it comes to the back post, headed away by Nunez. It's come to the edge of the box again. Callum Wilson on his left foot. Had to hit it early. It was coming down, but he didn't have time to wait any longer, and he's hit it over the bar. Ball goes through the middle. Elliott lays it off. Szoboszlai picks the ball up in the centre circle. Virgil van Dijk barking out the orders, but doesn't seem to be getting through to his Liverpool team. Gakpo comes inside. Robertson is hassled out of it. Newcastle get it clear, but it's picked up, returned, passed down the left-hand side to Gakpo. He lays it inside. It's cleared away by Byrne. Gakpo's battling for it, but he's pulled his defender down. That's Murphy. And the free kick's given. And you would think now that with 5 minutes to go, 2 goals down, maybe another 5 minutes maximum of added time. They've got 10 minutes to get back into this of Liverpool. And you can't see them doing it because they haven't looked like it. They haven't been up for this game all match. Newcastle fans really celebrating now. Headed forward by Gakpo. Foul given. Liverpool have a free kick just short of the halfway line. It's Newcastle's 70-year wait over with. 70-year wait over with. And the slot just indicating there. Get it in. Get it in. I think Liverpool fans know that it's over. Ball's at the feet of Joe Linton. He drives it out to the left. Looking for the run of Willock, but he's beaten to it by Quansah. Liverpool come away down the right-hand side. Harvey Elliott overlapping. Got a chance to put his cross in. Has to lay it back. Curtis Jones back to Harvey Elliott. Quansah to Virgil van Dijk. He's going to go out to Gakpo, is he? He has to go back to Gakpo. Got to get these crosses into his Arne Slot, but they're not. Gakpo's been forced backwards. Szoboszlai to Quansah. Quansah goes high. It's nowhere near a Liverpool player. Pope comes wide of his goal to make a simple catch and then goes to the floor to waste a few more seconds. Have Liverpool run out of steam over the last few games? They have won a few games in the league without being at their best, but they were found out by PSG, and Newcastle have found them out again today. Liverpool just losing form at the wrong time. Byrne heads the ball away. Brought down by Szoboszlai. 7 minutes of stoppage time, possibly. Harvey Elliott lays it back. Jones puts his cross in over Van Dijk's head. Trippier heads it away. Murphy battling with Chiesa. Chiesa does well. Returns the ball back down that left-hand side. Lays it inside. Nunez has to go backwards though. Gives it to Elliott alongside him. Elliott puts a cross in. Jones has a chance to head the ball. He's bumped off the ball and it goes over his head. Mo Salah at the back post can't keep the ball in, and it goes out for a goal kick with 2 minutes of normal time left. Plus, what they're saying could be 7 minutes added. But Liverpool haven't looked like scoring all game, so you can't imagine that they're going to get two in the last 7, 8 and 9 minutes. You just can't see it. Murphy looks like he's struggling with a bit of cramp. Looks like he may be going off. He's had a good game as Murphy, got to be said. But he is suffering from cramp now in that, well, can't say left leg, it's in both legs by the looks of things. Looks like he's walking like he's got wooden legs. But he's staying on for the moment. Referee's holding the play up for some reason. Substitution about to be made. I don't know if the referee's held the play up for that. No, it's been taken as Pope. It's headed on by Callum Wilson, but it goes out for a throw. Nick Pope got a yellow card. That's why the whistle went. Pope was being given a yellow card for delay of game. Murphy now gets to go off. And Kraft comes on. Ball goes long again. Virgil van Dijk's up there, but he's beaten to the ball. Ben sticking close to him. Elliott thought he'd won the ball off Willock. It's 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Newcastle fans can't believe it. 8 minutes. Joe Linton has the ball. He's got to have been the man of the match, Joe Linton. Him and Byrne between them have been superb. Ball's played inside. Guimaraes lays it out to the right-hand side. It's played into the middle. It's Callum Wilson battling for the ball, but he's been held off while Kelleher comes out and collects the ball. Quickly laid out to Szoboszlai. Central. Robertson to the left-hand side. Jones gives it back to Robertson. It comes Quansah, gives it to Harvey Elliott. Still not getting the ball forward. He tries to get it to Gakpo on the far side, but that's easily cut out. And then Gakpo pushes Guimaraes over on the halfway line, which is silly, wasting time. Free kick given. Newcastle can waste some more this 8 minutes. It's not even desperation from Liverpool. That was just a game over push. We know we can't get back into it. We're not letting you go any further. Ball goes out to the left-hand side as Willock can just keep it in. He's got Quansah to attack. He goes round him. He's got a bit of space now into the box. He gets his cross in, but he's just sliced it. And it goes over the top of the Liverpool bar. Liverpool get the ball underway quickly, but it's not getting forward quickly. Five and a half minutes, and Robertson, left-footed, launches it long over the top of Nunez. Elliott brings the ball down, goes out to the right. Jones to Salah. Salah lays it back to Elliott. Elliott puts a cross into the back post. Nunez, ball's hacked forward. Got to be a chance here for Nunez. No, his shot's blocked. There's a lot of people in front of him, and the ball's going to get cleared. Joe Linton's running past Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai manages to hold him up. Elliott wins the ball back. Nunez is through, and Chiesa has scored. And he's offside. He's offside. I thought Liverpool got back into it, but the flag goes up, and Chiesa has not pulled one back for Liverpool. It's not offside. He's onside. That'll be VAR, and that will be a goal. He's half a yard onside. That'll be a goal. Half a yard onside easily. That's going to be a goal. Looks conclusive to me. VAR's checking it, but I think that's a goal. I think Liverpool have got a couple of minutes more to get themselves an equaliser. It's pretty conclusive, that. I don't know what they're checking. He's well onside. Just waiting for the confirmation off the referee. Why is it taking so long? There's no foul when Harvey Elliott wins the ball. The offside has already been confirmed, so what's going on? 2 minutes of delay. Confirmed. A goal. There's still 4 or 5 minutes. Can Liverpool pinch an equaliser? Can they do it? That's just added life to this game now. We're up to 96 minutes. Alan Shearer's not happy anymore. Ball goes long to the right-hand side. It's headed inside. Volleyed away by Robertson, high in the air. Flicked on. And humped forward again. Robertson battling for it with Callum Wilson. Extra 2.5 minutes added on because of that stop. I think Newcastle have the throw, do they? No, it's a Liverpool throw. It's over on the Liverpool left-hand side, but it's deep inside the road. No, it is a Newcastle throw. And Kraft is going to take the throw, but it's taken a long time. A long, long time. Eventually comes in. Robertson. Gakpo battling for it. Chiesa complaining that it should have been a Liverpool throw, but it's not. It's given Newcastle, and they've got time to add more. Into the 98th minute now. He's going to go to 100 at least. Virgil van Dijk is not even defending. He's on the halfway line. And Burns not going forward. Newcastle are going to try and hold it in that corner. There's an offside flag on Callum Wilson. And then Bruno should get a yellow card for that because he's just kicked the ball away, but he hasn't. Liverpool launched the ball forward with Kelleher. coming forward with Tonali. Willock on the left-hand side with... He's going to take it into the corner is Willock. And then hits it against Konsa. And it's a corner. And I'm not going to rush this with 2 minutes to go. Tonali's going to retie his boots now. And the referee's not having none of this, and he's going to get a book in his Tonali for delaying the game. Well, if he doesn't hurry up and take this, he's going to get a red card. He's going to get booked again if he doesn't be careful. He's got to take it quickly. Willock wins the throw. 99th minute now. There must be only a minute or so left. Tonali is going to have to take it quickly. Into the corner again. Being held by Callum Wilson. Liverpool trying to get the ball away, but Tonali's holding it on the corner flag. He's kicked it down the line. Guimaraes. Liverpool eventually getting it free. Lobbing it forward. Everyone's forward now. Salah gets it across to the left-hand side, looking for Van Dijk, but he's beaten to it by Byrne. Joe Linton hits it forward. Callum Wilson has got a lot of space in the inside left position. He's going to go to the corner. He's not even interested in going for goal. He's taken the ball off by Zoboslai. Elliott. Ball goes forward. Deflection takes it all the way through to Pope, who slices it out for a throw. Referee gives the throw. There's a VAR check for a violent conduct here from Joe Linton. And this would be a poor end to the game for Newcastle. Oh, it's pulled him round his neck and thrown him down. You just can't do that. It's not even a careless pull. It's violent conduct. Into 101 minutes still now. VAR check must be already over. Kelleher launches it forward. It's headed back inside by Nunez. And that's it. Game is over. Newcastle have won the Carabao Cup. And he's got to say that they deserved it. They were the better team over the full game. Thoroughly deserved it. And as a neutral, it's great to see. It's great to see. "70 years since the last trophy. They can wipe that out of history now. And Liverpool never got into the game, which is surprising. And that must have been just because Newcastle outworked them, outthought them. And I think that Liverpool have just lost form just at the wrong time. They've been dumped out of 2 competitions within a week. The Shearer's happy. He's bouncing up and down. Anton Deck have a hug, celebrating the win. Thanks to everyone who's watched today. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's celebration times if you're a Newcastle fan, before you leave today, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It just helps the channel grow, and we can keep producing content. It's time for the Newcastle fans to celebrate and lift the cup. But we're going to end this live stream here today. Please join us again soon for the next one. But until next time, thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.